The subtle art of not giving a fuck. What if I told you that everything you've been taught about happiness is backwards? What if trying to be positive all the time is actually the reason you feel stressed, insecure, and never quite satisfied? This is exactly what The Subtle Art of Not Giving a Fuck is all about. Written by Mark Manson, this is not your typical self-help book. It doesn't tell you to think positive. It doesn't tell you to manifest your dreams. And it definitely doesn't promise you a perfect life. Instead, it does something shocking. It tells you, life is hard. You will struggle. You will fail. And that's okay. In fact, that's the whole point. This book flips the entire idea of happiness upside down. Instead of chasing more success, more money, more validation, it teaches you to do something radical. Care less. Not about everything, but about the wrong things. Think about your daily life. You stress about what people think. You compare yourself on social media. You worry if you're doing enough, earning enough, becoming enough. And even when things go well, you still feel like something is missing. That's because you're giving too many fucks about things that don't actually matter. The message of this book is simple, but powerful. You only have a limited number of things to care about in life, and if you waste them on everything, you'll end up exhausted, overwhelmed, and unhappy. So the real question is not, what do you want in life? The real question is, what are you willing to struggle for? Here's what makes this book different from almost every other personal development book you've read. Most books tell you, believe in yourself. You are special. You can have anything you want. But this book says, you are not special. You can't have everything, and life will always involve pain. And strangely, that truth is what sets you free. Because when you stop trying to be perfect, when you stop chasing unrealistic expectations, when you accept that life will always have problems, you stop fighting reality. And that's when life becomes lighter, clearer, more meaningful. In this video, you're going to learn why chasing happiness makes you miserable, why failure is actually the path to success, why choosing your struggles is the key to a better life, and how caring less can help you achieve more. This is not just a book summary. It's a mindset shift, one that can completely change how you see your life, your problems, and yourself. So if you're tired of feeling stuck, tired of chasing happiness, and ready to understand what actually matters, then keep watching. Because this might just change the way you live forever. The brutal truth about happiness that will change your life. What if everything you've been chasing your whole life is actually making you unhappy? What if the reason you feel stuck, stressed, overwhelmed is not because life is hard, but because you're trying too hard to make it perfect? Think about it. You want more money, a better relationship, more respect, more success. But no matter how much you get, it never feels like enough. So you try harder, push harder, chase more, and somehow you feel worse. This is the trap. We've all been sold a dream, a perfect life, a happy life, a life where everything finally works out. Social media shows us people traveling the world, driving nice cars, laughing in perfect relationships. And slowly, without realizing it, we start asking ourselves, why not me? Now imagine this. You wake up. First thing you do, you grab your phone. You scroll. Someone just got engaged. Another person bought a car. Someone else is on vacation in Zanzibar. And suddenly, your normal life feels small. That's how it starts. Not because your life is bad, but because you're constantly reminded of what you don't have. And here's the dangerous part. The more you focus on what you lack, the worse you feel. This is what the book teaches. The desire for more positive experiences is itself a negative experience. Let that sink in. The more you chase happiness, the more you remind yourself that you don't have it. Let's talk about something you've definitely experienced: the overthinking spiral. You feel anxious about something, maybe a job interview or a message you sent. Then you start thinking, why am I so anxious? Now you're anxious about being anxious. Then it gets worse. Why can't I control myself? Something must be wrong with me. Now you're stuck. Anxiety, more anxiety, self-doubt, more anxiety. This is called the feedback loop from hell. Here's another example. You feel sad. Instead of accepting it, you think, I shouldn't feel like this. Other people are happy. What's wrong with me? Now you're not just sad. You're sad about being sad. And that doubles the pain. Here's something nobody tells you. It's okay to feel bad sometimes. In fact, it's normal. Life is not supposed to be perfect. You will fail. You will feel lost. You will get rejected. Let me give you a real-life example. A guy graduates from university, top of his class. He thinks, my life is set. But months pass, no job. He starts doubting himself. Did I choose the wrong course? Am I not good enough? Then he compares himself to his friends who are working. Now he feels like a failure. But here's the truth. That struggle, that uncertainty, is part of the process. Growth doesn't happen when everything is perfect. It happens when things are messy. Everyone wants success, but nobody talks about the cost. You want to be rich? Are you ready to work long hours, face rejection, lose money, start again? You want a great relationship? Are you ready for arguments, misunderstandings, compromise? Because every good thing comes with a price. Here's a simple truth. You don't get what you want. You get what you're willing to struggle for. Example, 2 people want to be fit. One wakes up early, goes to the gym, eats clean. The other says, I want it too, but skips workouts, eats junk. After 6 months, results are different. Same desire, different willingness to struggle. This one might hurt. You are not special. Not in the way you think. We've been taught that we're all unique, destined for greatness. But this belief can be dangerous because it makes you expect success without earning it. Let me give you an example. There's a guy who always talks about big plans. I'm starting a business. I'm going to be rich. I have connections. But years pass. Nothing happens. Why? Because he loves the idea of success, but hates the work behind it. And this is common. Many people want the result, but not the process. Here's a powerful truth. Pain is not the enemy. Pain is a signal. It tells you something needs to change. Think about it. If you touch a hot stove, pain tells you to move your hand. Same thing in life. Heartbreak teaches you about relationships. Failure teaches you what doesn't work. Rejection builds confidence. Without pain, there is no growth. Example. A business fails. You lose money. It hurts. But that pain forces you to learn. What went wrong? What can I improve? Next time, you do better. Here's the biggest lesson. You only have a limited number of things to care about, so choose wisely. Stop caring about what everyone thinks, social media validation, small inconveniences. Start caring about your purpose, your growth, your relationships. Because when you care about everything, you end up caring about nothing that truly matters. At the end of the day, life is not about avoiding problems. It's about choosing better problems. It's not about being happy all the time. It's about finding meaning in the struggle. So stop chasing perfection. Stop trying to have it all figured out. Instead, choose what matters. Embrace the discomfort and give a fuck about the right things, because that is the real secret to a meaningful life.